Welcome to the GCN Show end of year special.
Coming up today, we choose our favourite GCN moments of the year. We also choose our favourite hacks and bodges out of the hundreds that you've sent us in 2016.
In addition, we will be giving out the most prestigious awards in cycling, the GCN Awards, as voted for by you, dear viewer.
It's been a very fun year here at GCN, at least within our cycling bubble, and we do hope that you have enjoyed the ride in 2016.
Oh dear, keep low, keep low.
I'd love to produce this show one week. Views through the floor, but critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
So, thanks to Australian statistics, that's a mouthful. Australian statistics. Jesus Christ.
It's weird, you've got it right 10th time every time in the verses.
Oh dear, is that dumpling soup?
Now, the key thing to remember is to...
Your lines.
Cheeky. I just got to know when to shut up, haven't I? First time, every time.
Yeah, right.
Every time. First time, every time.
Yeah. What
No, not that time, because that was a massive creak, wasn't it?
Right, shall we crack on with the first of the awards
Let's
for
do it.
2016? First of all, thank you very much to the thousands of you who voted in the 7 categories. These awards are very much for you.
Indeed. Coming up, we have the Achievement of the Year, the Nearmiss of the Year, the GCN Video of the Year, and the Race of the Year.
And then there's the big one, Mr. and Ms. Wattage Bazooka of the Year, no less.
Otherwise known as Male and Female Rider of the Year, Matt.
Anyway, let's get started though with Achievement of the Year. The winner is Peter Sagan. You probably could have guessed it.
Yeah, you probably could have guessed. I was going to give you a drum roll there, Lasty. Yeah, Peter Sagan, hardly a surprise really. In 2016, he very much put the curse of the rainbow jersey to rest. He won his first monument, he won his 5th green jersey at the Tour de France, and he even won back-to-back rainbow jersey by winning the Worlds in Qatar at the end of the year. Peter Sagan, we and our viewers salute you. Congratulations. And for those of you wondering what the achievement was exactly this year, it was effectively just for being Peter Sagan and doing what he does.
For doing everything in style.
Did you know, it's something I just learned, right? Peter Sagan's results have an entirely separate Wikipedia page to Peter Sagan. He's got that many results. They need their own website.
Have yours got their own separate Wikipedia page, Dan?
I think they might do, yeah.
I did look for them, I couldn't find any.
A separate Wikipedia line.
Not yet. You know, if there's a GCN fan out there who wants to make Dan his own Wikipedia
Far
results
away.
page, please do.
Please make it a big font.
Along with some incredible performances to write home about, there has, as ever, been some heartache for professional cyclists in 2016. And now we've got a brand new award, Near Miss of the Year. Okay, now third place in this new category goes to Annemiek van Vleuten, who, in the women's road race at the Olympics, was in the lead solo and crashed heavily on that treacherous descent within sight of the finish and a potential gold medal.
Second place in our brand new award goes to Tom Bonen, who was within sight of his record 5th Paris-Roubaix win, only to be pipped to the line by Matt Hayman. And while there's no doubting that Hayman's win was one of the most popular of the year amongst cycling fans, there were still plenty of you out there who were rooting for Tomica to take it home.
Yeah, there can, though, really be only one clear choice for this award. And it goes to a rider by the name of Steven Kruijswijk. That's right, his agonising miss at the Giro d'Italia when, whilst in the lead, head and shoulders, definitely shoulders above the competition, he crashed into a snowbank at high speed whilst under pressure on just the penultimate mountain stage. The pink jersey, agonising, slipped from his grasp, as did the podium. But at least, Stephen, you have this GCN award to console yourself with.
Just thinking about that actually, lads, I think I did a pro bike about 24 hours before he crashed. And I wonder if this bike will end up being the winner of the Giro d'Italia, because the origins of the Celeste Blue apparently is the colour of the skies over Milan.
That's a good point, actually, Matt.
Sorry, Stephen.
Right then, it is time to give ourselves a little bit of love, because this next award is for GCN Video of the Year. And there have been some pretty good ones in 2016, even if we do say so ourselves. Starting off with things like our first ride on a bike with a hidden motor, or the London Tourist Challenge, or Si looking into how much faster a modern bike is versus a retro one. However, it is with great pleasure that I can tell you that the winner of this category is the GCN Show.
Hey!
There we go.
Check it out!
Well, incredibly, the show actually won by country mile. And the reason we're so happy and joyous is because you make this show what it is. Your contributions actually bring the show alive. And whether it's an amazing or terrible hack, a stupendous bodge, your wonderful welcome to the GCN shows, or your nominations for Wattage Bazooka, essentially you guys make the show what it is. And for that, we thank you. This award is for you.
Getting a bit emotional after your speech.
You look emotional, Arthur, yeah?
Yeah, that really was a
I had a
beautiful speech,
speechwriter
Matt.
do that for me,
That
actually.
really was. Now, given the importance of you, the viewer, we did think it was appropriate that we should give you an award. So, we've done that. That's right, comment of the year. You guys contribute in your thousands each week by leaving your comments under our videos. And despite sometimes these getting a little bit heated, we basically enjoy reading them all. The GCN comment section is an excellent place to while away an hour or so.
Yeah, so we thought we should give a little shout out to our regulars, the people who've been with us for a really, really long time.
So first up is Lee Dorney, who always tells us straight what he thinks. But it does seem like the majority of the time he does enjoy what we do. So thanks for that, Lee.
Yeah, and secondly, it's Swedish House FIFA. We don't know who you are, or if you're a group of people, but you're just great. And I believe you won Comment of the Week on several occasions. Just keep the bands coming. Good stuff.
Finally, we have Michael McDermott, who is possibly the funniest guy on the internet. Unfortunately, his comments are sometimes a little bit too rude for us to read out on the GCN show. But if you want a giggle, make sure you search for Mr. McDermott in the comment section.
Stand on over the top, Matt Hayman in the middle. Matt Hayman takes Paris-Roubaix.
Right then, back to the awards. And next we have the race of the year. And with so many great races in 2016, it was really difficult to narrow this one down. And again, it was an incredibly closely fought award. But I can reveal that in third place, it was the Vuelta a España. In second place, the Tour de France. And the winner is Paris-Roubaix.
Yes,
Surprising.
and
Does
what
deserve it,
a
doesn't it?
race it was
Fair
this
play.
year. Matt Hayman, you absolute legend. That guy is 38 years old. He spends almost all of his time working for other people at races. He's humble, he's selfless, and in 17 years as a professional rider, until very recently, he'd only had one win. And then he goes and wins Paris-Roubaix. He doesn't just win Paris-Roubaix, he does so after breaking a bone a few weeks previous.
Yeah, unbelievable. But while his story is incredibly impressive, the race itself was absolutely brilliant. Crosswinds at the beginning, and then, do you remember Cancellara and Sagan getting left behind in a split just midway through the race? And then the finale was attack after attack. Firstly Boone, and then Van Mark, then Stannard, then Hayman himself, then
Edvald
Boasson-Hagen was up there. It was
there.
unbelievable. We were on the edges of our seats, glued, thank you Dan, glued to the TV sets. That is a race that we're not going to forget.
I was in the velodrome, and I actually cried a bit.
Okay. Should we move on?
Yes. Next up we have Lifetime Achievement Award. Now traditionally, this is generally awarded before the end of somebody's life, but on this occasion, it's marking retirement. Now there have been many high-profile retirements this year. First up, cyclocross legend Sven Nys retired at the start of the year. Then we had
that was a sad moment.
It was very sad. Sad for you, Tom, as well. Cyclocross legend yourself. And then we had Joaquin Rodriguez after the Olympics. And then again, a few months later.
Double retirement, that's pretty good, that.
Then we had Bradley Wiggins, possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had Kristen Armstrong. Maybe.
No, definitely.
Or again.
But
But
again,
yeah.
for the third
But you never
time,
know.
second time?
You never know.
It does never cease to amaze us, actually, the incredible things that you make. From the downright ingenious through plain old abysmal to downright terrifying.
Sometimes dangerous.
Yeah, some of the things that you make genuinely, I think, deserve to be made into real products and actually sold in like proper shops. Yeah. Anyway, coming up are what we think are the best, or at least some of the best, hacks and bodges from 2016. We've gone back through 51 shows for you.
And there are lots and lots of hacks and bodges. But this one is, well, rose to the top, cream at the top of the milk. This is from Zheng. Wishing to get an electronic shifter, so I built one. Emoticon
cool.
with sunglasses on. Definite. Just look at this. As you said, Simon, it's almost at the point, it's like prototype stage, isn't it?
Well, no, I remember
Although-
when we filmed this, it was the junction box. It's not
That-
quite as neat
yeah.
as DI2 or
Let's-
well packaged as SRAM ETAP. That is a large saddlebag with a lot of stuff in.
Good point, I forgot about that. But that shifter's quite tiny, but yeah,
shifter's
the back end needs some work. Back end needs some work. Another picture there on that Schwinn.
Actually, maybe it does more than just shift gears.
Yeah.
We never thought about that. Like, it could
It's a
have like a
Raspberry Pi.
PC
It
back
could be
there.
doing.
I tell you
Yeah,
what
doing
though,
that.
he needs to spend as much time looking at his steerer
You
than he
can
did. the
talk.
group.
No,
Anyway,
no.
great stuff, great hack. Sorry,
One
I
of
won't
the
say
best
any
of
more.
the year.
I won't say any more.
And this one, the incredible tyre removing tool from Joshi, was definitely also one of the hacks of the year.
Yeah, this is one of the ones we think we should go to market with. Well, not we, but you.
It's simple but effective, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is indeed, yeah.
It's graceful as well.
This one's fantastic from Richard Hutchinson, something I feel like I should be able to do for my kids, but probably won't be able to. But he has modified Shimano's Di2 onto his kids' road bike, including some blip shifters on the side so that he can easily shift gears, which is what every kid surely wants this Christmas.
I think if I did that for my lad, though it's a bit big now, it'd probably electrocute him.
Oh, as in if
You
you
would,
did
you
it.
mean?
Yeah, okay.
just
I was
don't
going
give
to
me
say.
that, yeah, not you, me.
Fair enough. Yeah, that is a cool looking bike, though, isn't it? Right, this next one goes back to our man Matt Heyman from the race of the year. This is him turbo training in his garage weeks, days even, before Paris-Roubaix itself. What is just out of shot, apparently, is his TV monitor because he was training on Zwift, apparently, for weeks beforehand. How cool is that?
That is one amazing
Very
story.
But anyway,
isn't
the
it?
bodge, sorry, is clearly the stepladder. He had a nice TV and he rested his arm on a stepladder.
Now next up we have this, and I do remember it very well because I was absolutely blown away, as were the rest of us. This is from Fletcher Adams, and just look at how well constructed, how well crafted, how effective that work bike stand is. Absolutely amazing. Room for his bucket, pivots round, it's on little wheels, there's even a nice little attention to detail in the stripes down the side as well.
Yeah, he's got a
That's
Belgian
wonderful.
Belgian
Yeah.
bike cleaning stand.
That's a good bit of kit,
Classy,
isn't it? A little
isn't
bit
it?
of
Yeah.
shelving in there as well. Wonderful.
Genuine hack.
And this one is from Kieran Brown 98,
And Lars, he's only just seen this.
I've only just
Yeah.
seen this,
Didn't
This is
see
real.
the actual show.
No.
who is riding one of my old Impeller cyclocross bikes
He's
from
blown away.
2004.
Where did he get it from, Lassie? We need the story on this one. Was that
Haven't
for
got a
another
clue.
show?
Yeah, it's not a recent eBay of mine anyway. And it, he has made some homemade rollers. He's not, the hack isn't just that he's riding my bike, he has made the homemade GCN rollers. That's very cool, Kieran.
Yeah, we like that just because it's Lars's old bike. Right, next up, one of my favourites from the year, somebody who's managed to neatly store their bottles underneath the kitchen sink, and that is Ben Thorne. Look, how much better is that than just
That
throwing your
is
bottles in the
very
cupboard?
cool, actually.
Very cool.
That reminds me that I promised myself I'd do that at home.
you haven't.
And I haven't done, no. All right then, this one, now this is cool. I'm not entirely sure why you'd need it, but still.
You said that at the time.
Did I?
interestingly enough.
Funny that. Oh man, like a stuck record. But seriously, why would you make a trailer for your bike?
Well, I think it's neutral service for commuters
Yeah, there is that. But I'd still...
at a cost.
You're pulling
Yeah.
a fast, oh, he's got an e-bike, so isn't he? I was
Yeah.
going to say he's pulling his fast bike along on a slow bike, but e-bikes aren't slow.
Yeah, if you've got an e-bike, you could take yourself to a local race with your race bike on the back, couldn't you?
You could, but you just ride your race bike.
Yeah, but it might be too far away. You might tire yourself out. Not all as fit as you, Si.
Well, yeah. I'm not entirely sure that's true, but anyway, there we
And
go.
to wrap things up nicely, and to nail things on the head for this particular
Hey!
section
Oh!
of the show, we have
Didn't
this
even rehearse that.
from the wonderfully named Jack Titterton. And I remember this one as well, basically using a nail to fasten his carbon seat into his giant TCR, it looks like.
Aero, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how safe it is, I don't know how effective it is, but it's certainly a bodge.
Yeah. Do you know what my favourite bit about this whole Hacks and Bodges of the Year segment has been?
The bants.
Well, okay, it's the second favourite bit. There has not been a single chain keeper. And we've had so many this year. Lloydie hasn't put a single one in.
I think there's a separate entire show, Chain Keeper of the Year.
Do you think that Dan has hidden a section somewhere down in the script that says Dan's Chain
Yeah, we're going to have a
Keeper of the Year?
special Chainkeeper edition at the first show in January, which reminds me that if you do want to send in your hacks and bodges, you need to use the hashtag GCN Hack on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook. And
unfortunately,
we're looking forward to the 2017 ones.
Chain keepers are now not allowed for 2017.
Closed for
Banned.
Chain Keeper
Absolutely
submissions.
banned.
Complete subsection.
Ciao!
Now it's time for us to pick our favourite moments of the 2016 season. Now we are pretty privileged in relation to what we do. We get to travel all over the world to the best bike events, to the best trade shows, to the best races, to the best locations,
coolest companies,
all of the grand tours in reasonable company. And I must admit, it's something that we do not take for granted. It is, in all seriousness, a real privilege. And well, here's our standout moments in relation to the videos we've made of 2016.
Yep, I shall kick us off. My standout and highlight of 2016 has to be when we rode 100 kilometres of the Tour of Flanders on the day.
That was a day.
Oh my word.
I had to shave my legs moments before we started. It was so sunny.
Yeah,
That's true.
You don't remember that now. Lots of you out there will know that the Tour of Flanders is by far and away my favourite race of the year. My dog's even called Rhonda. And that day we had the privilege of doing that 100 kilometres between the men's and the women's event on closed road. So all the crowds were already out. I had goosebumps with the support that we had on the side of the road going up the climbs. Not only that, I also received a good few beers on the Eau de Quaremont when I rode up there. And to top everything off, as if it wasn't good enough just in the 100Ks, Cy managed to get second place on the famous Berendries climb to Greg van Avermaet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Cy, the Tour of Belgium then went up the Berendries a couple of months later and he's now down in 7th spot. But nevertheless...
Top 10 though, mate.
Yeah.
Well, there's
At the end of the
unfinished
year.
business there. I didn't realise I was that close. We could have tried out, and Matt led me out, but you could have led me out even faster.
There's no way you'd have
Possibly,
gone at
no,
that
there's no-
tempo.
I don't think I could have gone any quicker side, to be perfectly honest with you, mate.
No.
That was it. I was on my limit.
To be fair, we hit the climb at 65k an hour, so you know, there's a bit of help
Downhill before the start.
tailwind. Right, okay, mine then. I found this really hard actually. It is tough, isn't it? The trip I did to Zip to see their factory, and then perhaps most importantly, I got to do their legendary lunch ride, which is the hardest I've been on a bike since I retired in 2012. That was certainly a highlight.
Really?
Oh, you really
Pretty
didn't
much.
go hard on the Berendries then.
It was like a
Blimey.
race. It was like a full-on. It was a full-on crip. But then, I think the absolute highlight was probably the Cyclocross World Championships when Matt, Tom, and I got to go and ride a couple of laps with Jeremy Powers.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. And then we got to hang out and watch the race afterwards. Apart from Tom, who unfortunately got sat on by a Belgian with 2 laps to go and so missed the end. But for Matt and I, it was brilliant.
J-Pow, of course, being the man that coined the term wattage bazooka.
That is a good point.
Indeed.
He dropped a wattage bazooka, didn't he? He told us about it.
Well, my least favourite bit was falling off in front of the camera, in front of J Pow,
upper line here. Pretty classic.
trying to go around the corner. But anyway, like you say, so it's really hard to choose at the moment, isn't it? But I think, for me, the Giro was standout. Wonderful content we made there, really, really enjoyable. I think teaching Kelly Bjorn how to sprint, showing him a few of my techniques.
He's made some massive improvements in May.
He's
Yeah,
really form
impressive, yeah.
shot on, and he's signed for another couple of years.
HEW Cycle Classics, I gather that was down to you, that one.
I don't want to say anything, but yes. But anyway, aside from the sprinting, it has to be a Stage 8 recon ride
Oh, it was such good fun.
featuring the Strade Bianche roads, basically the Starezzo, the white roads, gravel roads in Arezzo. So basically, we did the recon ride, and it featured the climb of the Alpe di Botti, which bizarrely, considering it was called Potti, had a Porcello at the top. But that's by the by. So that was quite strange. But it's just riding on those wonderful roads. I love riding on gravel. We're on normal road bike, 25mm tyres. It was really, really special. And it was epic in every sense of the word. But then the following day, the Giro stage was epic itself. Gianluca Brambilla won the stage solo, attacking on the Alpe di Potti from a breakaway group, and then went into Maglia Rosa. What a couple of days. Fantastic. Really love making that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did look like excellent fun. But my highlight of the year was without a doubt my visit to Trek's factory in Wisconsin,
Oh, I wonder
and the
why.
fact that I got to spend half a day riding cyclocross bikes with the legend Sven
I
Nys.
thought you were going to say designed your own
Yeah,
Trek.
I was
then
gonna
from
say.
the-
I
He
don't-
switched it at the last moment.
Oh,
He knew how
designed
obvious
the
it was gonna
Trek, their new latest Madone.
My Project 1 Madone that I designed. I designed the paint job, I chose the components, so I designed the paint job on this.
be. Go on,
Tom,
carry
let
on.
him
Speak, let him speak.
I'm not even allowed a highlight.
All right.
No, my highlight was riding with Sven Nys and showing him a new way to crash.
I've never heard him laugh like that. I don't think he's ever laughed on camera. That was amazing, wasn't it?
It's the first time I saw a rider hanging in a tree.
Yeah, it wasn't even that good a crash. You could have done it way better.
Back to the GCN Awards now, and it is time for the big one. Oh yeah. Firstly though, it's Ms. Wattage Bazooka of the Year. That's right, Female Cyclist of the Year. And it has been another absolutely brilliant year for the women's peloton, hasn't it? There's been more races, increased coverage, and as ever, some brilliant racing.
Yep.
Yeah, and the winner of this award goes to Lizzie Deignan, formerly known, of course, as Lizzie Armitstead, who narrowly picked Anna van der Breggen in this category. Now, Lizzie has had another fantastic year. She's introduced the cycling short segment to the GCN Show on most weeks, but she's also taken some great wins too, including the Tour of Flanders, Strade Bianca, Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, and the Aviva Women's Tour too. The middle of the year was dogged with controversy after it was revealed that she'd missed 3 out of competition tests, although later it was revealed that 1 was deemed to be outside of her control. But that certainly doesn't seem to have dented her popularity amongst those of you who voted.
No?
Well, now on to Male Cyclist of the Year.
Mr. Wattage Bazooka.
Indeed, thank you, Simon. And really, it doesn't take that much imagination to think who is the winner this year. Yes, you've guessed it right. It is Mr. Peter Sagan, who wins his second GCN Award for 2016. Now, it's not just about his results, because what else can you say about this man that hasn't been said already? It's the way that he races. It's the decisions he makes. Does the MTB Olympics?
Yeah.
I mean,
That was so
completely
cool.
off the wall. And it's off his kind of off the bike antics as well. And what about his hairstyle? And what about that dress sense? I mean, he really
That
is.
cane.
Yeah, I mean, you witnessed that.
The cane was
firsthand
necessary, I think. But it was, impressive stuff.
to keep him upright on that occasion. He'll admit that, wouldn't he? But Peter Sagan, we salute you, and the fans love you too. An absolute breath of fresh air. Brilliant stuff. We'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching through 2016. And one thing's for sure, we've got a very exciting 2017 coming up. I think that just leaves us one thing to do.
What's
we need
that?
to open some bubbly.
Hey,
celebrate.
Happy New Year!
Have we got any?
We have. Sorry, it's me. That was my one roll that I nearly forgot
nice.
to do. Got some Prosecco here.
Get out.
Talking of the Giro, got a bit of Prosecco.
Cheeky little bottle of Prosecco.
You got any glasses?
It's
We don't sell glasses.
This is my pint
that's
glass.
a slight point. There
We don't
go.
sell glasses, but we do sell mugs.
Prosecco
Oh, yeah.
in mugs.
Oh yeah, hang on a minute. That's
No.
that's
That's
Lloyd's.
yours, Lloydie. Yeah, that's
There you go, mate.
that.
sounds
Yeah,
like
sorry,
fair
mate.
play. Ready for this?
Whoa!
That
Health
didn't-
and safety.
That bit wasn't rehearsed. That was actually live and recorded at the same time. Well, there you go, Tom.
That's got John,
One for you there, sir.
got John on the shoulder. There's a string of champagne.
Did I get our cameraman John on the shoulder? I think he might have deflected that slightly. But hey, we can't shoot this bit again.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Well, here's to you all. Thanks as ever. You've been absolutely
Cheers.
wonderful.
Cheers.
Here's to 2017.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Cheers.
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 Yeah, cheers, man.
I've never had Prosecco out of a mug.
No,
this
me
is going to be
neither.
a first.
Really good,
Wow,
actually.
it's heady.
It's actually quite different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There's quite an aroma going on.
There you go, Dan.
Right, well, anyway, on that note, do make sure that you subscribe to GCN for 2017 if you don't already. It is completely free, and to do it, all you've got to do is click on the globe right now.
Yeah, coming up though, a couple more videos that you should watch if you haven't done so already, starting with the one that's down on this side, which is Matt Stevens teaching a young Caleb Ewan how to sprint, kind of.
Here's to the future.
And if you'd like to see our quantitative, algorithmic list of the best performing bikes of 2016, click right here.
Those are the biggest words we've used all year.
I know, mate.
I don't know
I've been saving them up.
Talk about finishing on a high last.
Give us a thumbs up.
Algorithmic. What does that even mean?
Who knows?
I don't know, I just use the word.